Well, good morning. Thank you very much for joining me on this video. I want to talk to you a little bit about the market and preemptive offers and Form 244. I think it's important in this climate that we understand exactly the process we need to follow and RICO's position on preemptive offers and delayed presentations and so on. It's certainly a very, very busy market out there. I'm not telling you anything you don't already know. Most of the listings, I would say, that come through today are delayed presentation. In other words, we're not going to look at an offer till next Tuesday at 5 o'clock, that sort of thing. RICO takes the position, and rightly so, that you must have a 244 signed by the seller if you're going to delay presentation. Otherwise, offers have to be presented when they come in. So it's imperative that you fill out a 244. Now, the 244 typically will say, and the seller is signing, saying that the conveyance of any written offer will not be tolerated or allowed until such and such a date. And it goes on to say, conveyance includes, but not limited to, presentation, communication, transmission, entertainment, or notification of. So if you're going to delay presentation to try and create as much activity on the property as you can, you explain to the seller what a 244 is, the implications of it, you go through it and you have them sign, and then on the remarks section of the listing, you state that the property will not be entertaining offers until such and such a date and such a time. So in the 244, there's also provision, instead of the no conveyance, you can have other directions, and some people are putting in that the seller will entertain preemptive or bully offers. Now that needs to be in the 244. If it isn't in the 244, you can't include that in the remarks. So you've got a 244 in place, and let's say the seller signed the first box, no conveyance whatsoever. You get a notification from an agent they have a bully offer. What do? Let me start by saying you have the right to say to the agent, I'm sorry, we're not entertaining any bully offers. We don't want to see it. You can do that. But I would suggest that you don't do that. Even though you've got a written direction, if it ever went to court, if the seller was ever upset that you didn't tell him about it, you'd say, you signed the 244, it says no notification, and that's what I did. But I want you to imagine that the bully offer comes in, and it's $100,000, $200,000 above the asking price. You don't notify the seller. Eventually, you get half a dozen offers, but this particular offer does not come back, and the highest offer you get is $60,000 or $70,000 lower than the bully offer. You contact the agent who notified you about the bully offer, and they said, I'm sorry, my buyers bought something else. How do you think the seller will feel when you say, well, I didn't tell you because you'd signed a 244 telling me not to tell you? They would want to hear about it, and they can easily say, no, we signed the 244, we don't want to entertain that offer. But the thing is that you've given them that choice. So let's suppose you get a bully offer, even though they've directed you not to. You tell them about it, and they say, yeah, we want to see it. It's a really great offer. Okay, at that point, you've got to get them to re-sign a 244, changing the direction to saying, we will entertain preemptive offers. Then on the board listing, you have to change the wording in the comment section, realtor comment section, saying the seller will entertain preemptive offers. And then you've got to notify, and RICO says you've got to notify in writing every person who's expressed an interest in the property, being people who have made an appointment to show the property, people who have shown the property, people who have told you they're going to be bringing in an offer, and people who have registered an offer. You got to make sure in writing you notify all those people that a bully offer's come in. Let's suppose that when the seller filled out the 244, they said we would entertain preemptive offers. You do exactly the same as what I just said if they said we won't entertain any, except you don't have to change the remarks section on the MLS listing because it already says we'll entertain preemptive offers. You still have an obligation to notify everybody who's expressed an interest and let them know that you're going to be presenting a preemptive offer. And I want to say also, you want to give them enough time so that they can prepare an offer as well. So don't give them a half-hour notice before you're presenting the offer. Try and give them a reasonable amount of time. There's nothing in law that says how much, but be reasonable about it. Give them enough time so that they can sit down with their buyer and draft up an offer if they choose to, or maybe they can get through the property if they choose to. You've given them 3 or 4 or 5 hours, you know about it, you're going to present it, say 9 o'clock tonight. I hope that makes sense. I mean, understand, in this marketplace, it's good for sellers, but if you have 50 showings and 18 offers, 17 people are going to be disappointed. And there's nothing we can do that's going to change that. But we want to make sure we do everything we can so that every single person has a fair shot at it. I hope that makes sense. Thank you very much for sharing with this video. I'll talk to you again very soon.